Hello. If anyone's here, I'm still kind of setting up a little bit. I am streaming early, trying to. um, and I'm still not streaming consistently, but so far I've managed 2 Fridays. I think. I think I last streamed on a Friday. Um, Still giving myself a moment here. There we go. Had the wrong thing on. Let me change something about this. Okay. I'm always conflicted on how I want to orient my screen because it's 1920 by 1200. But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna be doing some stuff in single player for a bit. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna be just doing some things in single player for a little bit. I'm gonna hop on the server real quick just to show you guys what I have done off screen, mostly for the people on YouTube that might be watching the VOD. Because I have. Oh, forgot I was out here. Okay, I forgot I was in the middle of nowhere. So give me a moment to fly back to the arena. Yeah, I just wanted to hop on real quick to show what I was doing on the server, and then I'm gonna go and do stuff in single player for a bit. And then I'll probably maybe get back on here later in the stream. There we go. The Lightmatica boxes help me figure out where I am. So I've done a little bit off screen, but not too much because I've been planning the tower that I want to build, yeah. So I haven't done all too much, but I've been doing a little bit. If y'all can't hear the music, let me know. I will be turning it up a bit when I mute myself for building. Okay, so I have been building a little bit of the arena again. I got the stone rings on the top done. I haven't done the rest of the details like the slabs and the stairs, but I'm getting the rings done. I just have to do the very edges of the rings, like there. There's like a little overhang. There's like another ring of stuff I gotta do, but that's just one more ring. And then I'll be done with the stone. But then I have to do the roof. I do technically need to change the under parts here, but I don't care right now. I'll fix up all the little details and misplaced blocks later. But yeah, I just gotta do the roof. As you can see, those should be air. But yeah, so I'm gonna do the roof at some point. I'll probably do that on a stream. I have to hi Eon. Yeah, it's quite early. I woke up at 9. I actually managed to get up at 9 a.m., so that was nice. But yeah, so eventually I'll do the roof, and I think this was Butterfly who put this here, because I think I remember them saying that they were going to give me something, but I don't know exactly. So I got a lot of spruce, luckily. It's weird. I thought I would have a lot of spruce myself because I live around spruce, but I kind of just used all of it for chests, and so I don't really have much. I don't have much spruce, so yeah, that was useful. I do have a bit in here, but you know, I apparently need a ton, like almost 3,000 blocks, because I have it underground as well. So that's gonna be a lot of spruce. So I definitely didn't have that much, I don't think. But yeah, so let's go back home real quick, because I did do a little bit over there. I am out of rockets. I was in the middle of nowhere because I was flying around after I worked on the arena, and I was gonna go and look for some cats that I was gonna bring to the arena for creeper protection. And I just forgot that I was doing that, so I'll do that another time. I don't know exactly how long I'll stream. I feel pretty awake. Had a pretty chill week. So I might stream for a while and kind of get lost in building, so we'll have to see how that goes. But I mentioned it when I posted this to. I gotta post a Tumblr. Hold on. Hold on. Post to Tumblr. The only place I actually care about. Yeah, okay, so I mentioned it on the post that I made when I was promoting my stream, except for on Twitter. It was an auto tweet, but I'm trying something a little different this time because I want to build. I really want to do streams where I build. But I've mentioned it a few times that it's hard for me to focus if I'm trying to build and then also commentate the entire time. Um, and so I wanted to build, but I wanted to do it where basically if I'm planning stuff in creative, like if I'm building for the first time where I got to think up the new thing, I want to mute myself while I build, and then I'll unmute for a bit and talk about things, talk to the chat, or just talk about whatever it is that I'm building. But I don't want to talk while I'm building, so you'll see me switch to this this icon. Um, it should make that smaller, but whatever. So we'll switch to that when I mute myself. Didn't realize how massive that was. And of course I didn't save it with the extra layers, so I'll have to do that again. Anyways, so yeah, I plan to mute myself while I build and, talk afterwards. I think it'll help me be more productive. And hopefully I'll get some good work done on stream. So yeah. Anyways, what I've done in the past week or so, this is very little, but I decided to throw some of the moss around because that's been my plan. That's been my plan for a while uh, to make this look kind of like a lush cave. And so this y'all can hear me, right? Yeah. Okay. Streamlabs was just looking kind of weird on my audio for some reason. Anyways, I've been intending to make this look like a lush cave since the beginning. I wanted to have some greenery dotted around where this is because I've been adding mossy stuff, which I gotta add more still. This is not done. Um, and uh, and so yeah, so I decided to just throw some in because it's kind of helping me get a better idea as to what this will look like. All the green and stuff, I kind of need a better idea of the colors that'll come together. So I threw a little bit around, and the thing is that I don't want this to be all moss. I'm probably going to add a few other blocks in here too, aside from moss. So I wanted some stone in here. I'll probably put in some tuff and whatever. So yeah, that's the one idea. I really got to green this up a bit, and eventually do everything else. But yeah, that's the moss. But the other thing, which I didn't show on stream, was I did mention it, but I wanted to build a tunnel to Eon Space, and so do I still have this up? Yeah. I made an entire schematic that I knew exactly where I was building, because I didn't want the cave to feel unnatural with its direction exactly. So I built I built this in creative, and then I used a schematic to throw it in here and know exactly where I was going. There was a weird pocket when I was digging that opened up here, so that was kind of cool. There's actually, I had to build this wall. There's, it goes into the open, so I had to block that. But yeah, if you just keep following this, eventually I make it into Eon Space. I got permission to make sure I could come out over here. So it's all good. We have that planned. Now it's just a matter of when we want to decorate this spot, because we're gonna probably decorate our ends of the cave. And then this cute little opening and stuff, it would be a nice little meeting area, the halfway point. So that worked pretty well. So yeah, that's most of what I've done in the past week or so. I really need to plan my tower more, and I've been making progress off screen. So, I got something to work with, I think. I'm very indecisive in planning this because I just am not totally sure I'm gonna be into it when I'm done. One last other thing is that there have been some people building. Someone very close to me at spawn has been building. I know there's a few other people with houses around here. I know someone's got a little place here. But yeah, so not too much else. I am going to get into single player for a little bit. Hold on. Then I might return here a bit later. Maybe I'll get some of the monotonous arena stuff done. So, yeah. Let's get in my single player world. Hope that this stream goes well in the sense that I'm able to make some progress. I forgot I had like a ton of pigs over here. I don't come into this spot all the time because I moved everything that way. This is where I was doing a lot of really early stuff. Really early plans and things, farms and whatnot. Shell for a farm that I never finished. This was like probably 8 months ago. A very early attempt at building again. There's that. Just random things. Me taking pieces of the world. This was a very early tower attempt. There's vines everywhere that I don't really want there anymore, but I don't really think I properly showed it. But this was the initial plan. I had this small path going up, and then the tower here that was gonna go up here, which I don't mind this idea now, but this is definitely more of an aesthetic building because there's like no space to make a house out of this. And then the plan was to make random houses jutting out of the mountain as well that I would have paths going to. But I didn't do that just because it's a lot of work. It would have been a lot more work to make multiple full houses in the mountain, so I didn't do that. I just have giant copies of so many parts of this world. Yeah. Just massive copies. There's one over there. Here's a couple over here. I think this was the tunnel one. But yeah, so let's just refresh about the progress that we're making. Over there I had planned the length of the tower. This was one attempt at the shape. Again, this is not the palette. I just wanted to shape it only with Diorite first, and then I was going to go and change the colors and stuff. And then there's going to be a roof up there. I was going to change it to I had it as rounded, but I wanted to change it to a sharp cone, I guess, and it was going to go up there, up to that height. And there's going to be a giant window here. The one problem that I was having, because I wanted to make sure I split it up into good sections, but this right here, like this length to here and then there, it was getting too small too fast. I did not want it to get that small, and I'm probably going to cover up a lot of down here because of the way of how far it goes. Yeah, so I didn't like how small it was getting so quickly. I just felt like it did not look right. I wanted to get smaller, but I don't want to be hindered by the sides because I especially felt stuck when I got to this window. Because I just felt like it was getting too small. So I decided I didn't really want to do that shape. Then I started going over here. Got my color palette down here, which I think I showed on the last stream. I wanted to use some of these colors. I'm not sure if I'm going to work these in. We'll have to see. Might work it in like on the inside, maybe with the floors or something. I'm not so sure. But we're going to throw in these. I don't know about that yet, the spruce. These are the stone colors I want to work with. This is the darkest, and then this is the lightest. These are the whites I'm going to use. These two not so much. I just had them reference. Yeah, and then one of the floor patterns I was thinking of if I use black on the inside is this, the mud and the tiles, but it might be too much black, so I may not do that. I put it down here though. I thought it looked nice down here at least. So yeah, not sure about the cyan colors, but start going up this way. This is what I started with initially. The red is all leaves. I'll probably put more leaves. I wanted to, make sure I broke it up, and then this was a first attempt. However, this made it, get smaller inside. I wanted to move this forward, so that's why I made another copy over there. But this is the general, like, attempt I was going with texturing. But let's move over to the next one, because that's where I started getting the right idea. Did a test here of, like, general gradient colors. Kind of made these parts a bit too long. But this is the idea I want to go with. It's really hard for me to figure out working this in, because I love how this looks. I want the birch to basically bleed into the deep slate and the black color, which I think looks great. I love it. That's why I wanted to use the black so badly, because I had the idea of using the birch, and I was like, oh, I gotta do this. So yeah, I wanted to slowly go from the ground with the grays, but not too much, and have it go up. However, my conflict is that I'm already putting some of this and this very low, and I don't think I should do that, but I just feel like it looks so plain. Looks so plain, because, like, why is there an ally? But it looks very, like, from here, I kept the diorite very short. And then this very minimal, which I like how it looks. But the problem is that, I don't know, I guess I'm very indecisive with how I placed this. Mostly because I need to get rid of, I don't want to have grays up here. It just starts to feel very, hold on, where's my right, there we go. It just starts to feel very, samey. It just starts to feel very samey. And I guess the other problem too is that I'm gonna keep going up through the tower. And in my brain, I feel like I need to have the grays only down here, because it's the ground, and then I shouldn't do this yet because shouldn't I keep going up to the top? But I'm not gonna stress about that. It's mostly just whether or not I keep, like, I don't really think I want to keep that here. I think I'll get rid of this. This is something I'm definitely going to keep going back and forth on for a while. Like, I definitely am going to keep changing this multiple times. Like, I think that's probably fine. Thing is I don't want to use the stone that much, because the stone, it's a bit, like, these, the wool and the concrete powder are kind of, like, yellowish. And these are a bit, they aren't cool necessarily. These are cooler technically, but it's also just that they're neutral, and these are not neutral. I did have some tough down there in the case that maybe it fit, but I don't think it does. So yeah, it's conflicting. I need to use some different, I need to go back with some labs and stairs at some point. I just haven't done that yet. Probably a bit more. I'll probably do it more towards the top, because if the bottom looks unstructured, that might not fit properly. But regardless, so this is what I started doing towards the top. I have this rim. Let's ignore that I haven't done the other sides yet. I have this rim that initially started as only diorite, but then I knew I wanted to work in these, this dark color, and I wasn't sure about it because it's so strong. And then I have, like, I had that old diorite, and I moved this forward one compared to there, where it's two back. The rim here is now at the very edge, because I wanted to make sure that this was still going to be much more wide, like over there. So yeah, I started this little edge. It's very, very misplaced, and all that. So hold on, let me. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, and then I couldn't decide for a bit if I wanted the inside rim here to be black or a diorite. Someone on my Discord suggested that I keep the bottom, the tiles are, like, really dark, and then put something lighter up here. The only thing I could think of were other kinds of deep slate. There's some other good blocks, but they're full blocks, and I'm not sure I want to have full blocks. I want these to be very tall windows, and to be open, so I'm not sure. Who knows? Well, we can see, because I'm not totally sure how I feel about having full blocks here or not. The problem is how thin these walls have to be and how thin these windows have to be. I don't want it to be a big open window, so yeah, that's what we're going to keep working on today, is the rest of this tower. How many pieces do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we only are on level 3. The purpose of, I have this layout for where things start and stop. I'll probably still follow those. I don't want each layer to get too big. They have to be a certain size. I won't follow them as directly because, as you can see, this is where I was supposed to break it up into a short piece, which is what I did there. I'm probably going to do that up here now, is the short piece that's like 3 blocks, and then I'll go up again. So I made it get smaller here, which we will have to see if that works or not. Let's make this 3 block tall. I'm gonna put our ring of deep slate. Let's just do that first and see if that works, and then I'll start muting myself to get something better figured out. But I thought I would just show a portion of my thought process before we dive into being muted. So, oh, we're on the back side. Let me get to the front side. It's very hard trying to decide if I want to go small now. Man, it's because like in my head I'm like, oh, I don't know, that looks a bit too small. And then of course if I keep building small, then it may not look right. So that's as small as it goes though on that tower. So let me start getting this figured out. I'm gonna mute myself, and I will see you all in a little bit. I guess we'll find out how long I take. I will try not to take too long of muting myself, but we'll see. Okay, I'll be talking. Hello, I'm back to talk. I hope that the music was decently loud enough that it didn't sound like you were listening to nothing the entire time. uh, but yes, I'm back to talk about what I am working on. Um, so I was pretty much finished with this portion. I'm still planning to maybe edit up this rim. Obviously, I just copy and pasted it, so I want to give it some kind of variation, but uh, you could see that I was like trying to figure out what to do with this part. um, Problem is that I don't have as wide of a palette as I hoped to have. Um, my palette, I got my whites and then I got my really dark colors, but I feel like I'm struggling to have any kind of in between. You'd think, you go with gray, but I just really have a problem with these grays. They don't feel like they transition or fit these very well, because pretty much all this white is neutral. Um, it's not warm like quartz. If it was, then I'd have a much bigger palette, but I don't like the quartz. Sure, you got a tiny bit of pink here, but then you got this kind of slightly yellowed gray color. So you got a tiny bit of pink, but it's neutral enough that it fits these, and like you can see a slight bit of like cool gray and some warm grays, but it's very, very neutral, and its texture kind of balances it out. And here, these are just very neutral grays, and same with here. So the problem is that like if you get quartz, which is all very lovely, but you place this next to all of these and you're like, oh yeah, wow. This is very, very obviously warm. It's very different, which is a shame because there's a lot more warm blocks in Minecraft. Um, so yeah, there's like, it's hard for me to fit any in-betweens because the andesite and the stone is like a bit too dark, and it's kind of leans on just being cool because it doesn't have that very, very subtle like pinkish warmer browns and whatever. But I don't want super warm colors because it just doesn't fit. So there's not much in terms of grays that I can lead into. Like the problem is too is texture. Like these look great together, and I could maybe put that somewhere, but like have a lot of texture going on, like the very busy textures. The diorite is very busy. The birch is also very busy, and you could argue this is also quite busy because there's a lot going on, and if you put this next to too much texture too often, it's just there's no variation. These don't have a lot of texture, which is why I like them. But also it's hard because if you put too many, then it gets too smooth. And the calcite is great because this is a very great texture in the sense that it's not really busy. It has enough of these faded light colors that it helps break this up. But it's also very bright, so I get conflicted sometimes on whether or not I want to use it. So the dilemma. But you saw me going probably back and forth with this middle part right here, because I'm very lightly referencing the tower that BOO made in his Building with BOO Season 3. I'm only referencing it for the sake of understanding how to break this tower up into pieces. His tower is a lot way wider than mine. I counted his by like height. I counted the height. Let me count mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So my tower is 9 wide, but his started at approximately 15 to 17 wide. I counted, and I believe that's how many blocks it was. It's very hard counting from a very low-res image, but I was referencing his tower for the sake of understanding how to break up a tower, because that's something that's very, very important when making a tower, is, you know, if you just have a solid block of a tower, like, let me get these on. Man, I wish flying creative wasn't so terrible. So, you know, I got my old tower here, which is not, you know, I don't hate it, but as you can see, it's just one big shape going up, and that's kind of where I struggled with this old one too, was, I was trying to figure out, like, how do I give this some variation so it's not just a big tube. I tried the, you know, this fences, and I put like a little thing here, but I could only do like so many of these and so many of these before it looked bad again. So, and obviously right now, all I have here is just a big square, temporary. But yeah, breaking up a tower is very important, and when I was looking closely at his image, which, again, one of the problems is the fact that, his is way bigger. It's way bigger than mine, and so I don't have as much space as, I think. Let me take a look. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it looks like, so like the idea of this 3-block tall part, his is 13 wide. Mine is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So mine's basically like half the size, because of my tower being more skinny. I didn't really want to make my tower more wide because I had already made it this size when I started digging everything out, and I just did not want to change that. But yes, as I was saying, I was trying those cyan colors, these colors, because I kept saying I wanted to try and work those in. I think they look very nice, and like having some kind of slight pattern would be really cool, but it's just too bright. It's too obvious. Like I don't know, I could maybe dot in one, and then maybe work in a few accents at some point. I'm not sure. Who knows? That could be nice for like a little thing, but making the entire thing, into copper. Oops. It's not right. Let's see. Yeah, you know, I might just do like a little thing here, and this can be an excuse to maybe put in a little bit more copper, maybe towards the top. Oops, I just realized. Got messed up. Let me just make sure this is all proper. Yeah, okay. I could even do copper on the inside here, so, but yeah, so like I struggled with that a lot. I was trying to work in the other shades of Deep Slate, because this is the darkest one, and then the rest of they just get a lot lighter. I feel like that was a good choice, the polish, because it kind of breaks it up into looking like a beam, a proper break in whatever's going on here. Just, I still feel like I could use a different block palette, and I'm not sure what. I'm just not sure, because if I want to keep that copper there, I want to make sure there's enough contrast, and the black colors are a good contrast. But it is tough figuring out the proper colors. I feel like I have watched a lot of things to give me the understanding of how to make a build work the way that it does, but my own skill in building is not as experienced. I do like this little lip of diorite. That was nice. The thing about this room, basically, the, I'm gonna just try it right now. Then, because the thing about making this pillar into copper is, whoops, is that, you can see it very slightly very, very slightly do this one. Through the walls, which, you know, could look very nice. Might give me the ability to put more of this color into the build. Can't really decide. I feel like it needs to be darker. Like, let's see if I can change this. Oops. That was not the right... That was not how you spell that. Copper into... What is it called? Like, warped planks. Oh, hold on. Try that again. Try that again. Copper. Oh yes, it's like weathered copper. Hold on. With warped. No wait, God, I can't remember what these are called. Oxidized. Waxed oxidized copper. Okay. Copper with warped planks. Okay. And I don't know if I want to do it with warped, but it's the hard part is that the inside here still, you know, with the smooth. I'll do the smooth basalt because I don't really want to deal with the orientation. Okay, let's leave it at that. I don't really... The problem is that, like, it's cool that it, like, breaks through. The problem is I got a few here. Might need to change. I don't know. We'll go back to that at some point. Because I'm not sure about it. But that is one of the struggles. I'm really wanting to get this copper color in there because I think it'd look nice. But yeah, that's one thing that I'm struggling with right now. Maybe I'll work it in little pieces. We will have to see. But yeah, this is what I've gotten so far. This big window area. I wanted to have some kind of big window to kind of like... Oops. How did I do that? Hold on. I wanted to have some kind of big window that I could fly through. I don't think this is the easiest one to fly through just because of the size. So I just wish that I could make it taller, but I'm not really sure I want to make this any taller. I could. I might make it taller. I could raise it up one more block. But I don't know. We'll have to see. It's just that if this tower gets taller and taller, this being smaller will become a lot more obvious. It's like, let's see, um, gotta bring this out one, I think. Yes, I do. Okay, I'm gonna do this in a way that, you know what, I'm just gonna get rid of, because the thing about world edit is that it's gonna fuck all these up, which is very annoying. However, still need to, yeah, I do need to make this one more wide. I didn't realize, because these are out here, that maybe, did I? Also, yeah, I did make this smaller, didn't I? Which is not a big problem. Get these rockets out of my hand. Let's see, I'm gonna copy. I hate how I really don't like how world edit works. Because, okay, so I totally forgot that I needed to have this one block out further. Which is very annoying. The one thing is that, like, basically, well, let's go back to this one. So let me check. I had this go in one, and yeah, it just stays at one size, so I don't know why I messed that up. I got caught up in the size of this rim. That's one problem, is I have the rim, like, right up to the edge of this, and I don't think I should do that. So I need to fix that, which is very annoying, but I will fix it. So I'm gonna mute myself once more and get that sorted out, because yeah, I should have brought this rim out one more, even though I was trying to keep the size smaller. Hold on. Let me look at this one more time. I see what I've done. Okay. So I've basically broken the edge here in order to make this smaller, because this, or make it look smaller, because this is actually the same size here, and I did want to go in one more, so I'm gonna undo that. It's just the size of the rim that's throwing me off, because this rim is not wider, and I think I should change that in order to not be confusing, I think. Hold on. No, because if I brought this rim out one more, then I would be stuck to making this wider, and I don't want to do that. Okay. Okay, I'm just reorienting myself because I confused myself, and this rim staying the same makes it look a bit wider. So yeah, we do have to keep it this way. And man, I'm just so conflicted on colors. So whatever, I'm gonna mute myself and figure out how I could maybe keep changing this, and maybe changing the rim here. I don't know. It would be so cool if we had like copper walls, but that doesn't really make any sense. So yeah, gotta sort this out again, because I've thrown myself a little bit, and I want to get the rest of this sorted before I start to put in more details. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, hi, I'm back. I do think that this whole muting myself for a bit and building has certainly made it easy for me to actually make progress on stream when I build and actually get new ideas out, which is nice. I pretty much build in silence, or, you know, I play music and then I don't do anything, I just build. I make a lot more progress that way, but I wanted to just get this part done and talk about it because I think I'm gonna get on the server and do some things on the server instead for a little bit. I've been playing for an hour and a half. Yeah, so let's talk a little bit. I changed this up a little bit because I was trying to figure out what looked good. I wanted to try the whole having a different color behind this rim, and I hate the fact that the dark prismarine looks good because I don't have any of it and it's not easy to get. But it's not too much, so as long as I don't keep using it on the interior, it should be fine. I do like how it looks, because the thing that was tough was, like, this is a very bright color. It looks nice here because it's the only bright color, it's just one block. But lining this entire thing with the copper was a bit too bright behind this, and I wanted to keep that darker tone. And this was the only one. The planks were dark too, but they were a slightly different blue. This color, it's a bit more greenish, like the copper. And so, yeah, it looks better. It looks good. I do like it. I'm still conflicted with the fact that the inside is, like, a bit too... Like, I can't really line this with anything else that's so small. But I can cover this up probably with some stuff. But yeah, so then I have this little break in the layers, kind of like down here. I kept it white. I decided to keep it that way. I could change this. I'm probably going to change this again, just because I'm just not sure about it. But I want to keep this in here. Copper. I may keep those edges, and then, you know what, let's just try it. Sure wish we had polished diorite, like, walls. Let's just, let's try this. Wall here. Walls here. It's not bad. I'll keep it there just as a reminder that I might want to change things. You know what? I forgot I was gonna actually not repeat the same lines. I was gonna make it more like, oops, not that. And then... like this. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna keep it like that just in case I want to keep it. But yeah, so we had this little break in the walls here. So I just thought it'd be, you know, I wanted to do a different pattern than what was down here to break it up again. These edges, these rims are not final, but I was trying to see if I could start fading into a lighter color, because I have only the tiles, those are dark, and then I have some on the windows that are lighter, go back to dark, but then we go lighter again, then slowly start moving away from the tiles because of the fact that this rim is very light, and I could keep going with the tiles, but I feel like it just gets very repetitive after a bit. Then we move lighter, and then eventually we'll do more lighter here too. It also kind of gives the implication, I want to give the implication that it's kind of getting more weathered and lighter as you go up. So this roof too is also going to be a bit different. And this is a bit of a weird one, admittedly. I struggle with roofs. Let me give this an edge just to get an idea. Yeah, whatever. I struggle with roofs for sure. I've gotten a method on my houses that I've, like, normal houses that I've done. Over here, even had like an example house down here where I just have this very simple method that gets some simple roofs across. Just you make your triangle and then you draw a line across and then boom. And then you do it again wherever there's an intersection too. And it's very easy. It doesn't matter, like, this one's shorter and this one's taller. It doesn't matter. You can connect them up very simply by doing that. And so that method works for normal houses, but doesn't really apply when I'm trying to make some kind of spire roof. Problem again is the fact that this is very, very, very small. This is very small scale roof. So it really doesn't lend itself to doing that. Oh, maybe I'll poke some holes in there. Maybe not. But yeah, it doesn't lend itself to a lot of space to make a spire, a cone shape. And I wanted to try something a little, more adventurous. I wasn't just gonna make big ol' spiral upwards. Is that correct? No, it's not. Well, yes, it's not, but it's because I don't have any slabs in here. I'm only using blocks, to block it out properly. And then I'll start putting in slabs and walls and stairs and whatnot. But yeah, one of the problems here, the fact that it's very small, and I wanted to try something a bit different. I wanted to make the front part here smaller or shorter, and then I wanted the sides to go up so that you could see some of this going upwards instead of it just being one continuous shape, because then you wouldn't really have layers and kind of cascade downwards. So yeah, I thought that would look nicer, but again, it's the scale that starts to cause a problem. And again, this is not final colors by any means. I don't know what color the roof's going to be. Maybe I'll lean into the cyan color, make the roof copper or something like that. Yeah, we'll have to see. I really wish that I had more space here, because it would be very nice to be able to make this larger. Let's see, I'm just gonna attempt something here. I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably use some walls there to help out. Ain't doing it for me. But yeah, I kind of don't exactly know what I'm doing here. I kind of want another window because I've got some small ones down there and I want some more bigger ones, and on the side here, I don't even know what I'm gonna do here. I don't want to repeat this because I did that down here. So I wanted to maybe have some bigger windows. Maybe I can make it kind of look more like there's rooms here. Break it up into 2 floors instead. We'll see. So that might be something. That's kind of the thing too, is like I can make a little balcony edge here, something like that. If I decide to only do one side. But yeah, it's hard figuring out what to do with the inside. I'll have to do that eventually. It kind of actually not here, but on the inside area, I think in here, started to kind of do this kind of deteriorated floor, and I made one floor that was full. I'll probably start making some of these a bit more full. I gotta figure out a way to get up the tower. That's the other thing. As it stands, there's no way to get up the tower. So I'll have to figure that out. Yeah, I do wish I had a little bit more space. That'd be nice if I did. I could do something like the portion here. Maybe have some area dug out in like caves, just to give it a bit more space in general for like living space. Yeah, we'll have to see. But so far, I'm liking the direction I've taken this in. I feel like I'm getting a good amount of detail in here. I'm probably gonna still continue to mess with texturing. You did also probably see me go and change all of this because I realized that these lines and the birch should probably be going a different direction. There's a few places I've got to fix it still. But yeah, so not a huge deal, but I just noticed that. Let me close some of my references. But yeah, you know, we're getting somewhere. This is definitely way more progress than I was making before. I was very, very slow to actually getting things done. So this is much better. And we're gonna get on the server for a tad. Maybe I'll finish that ring on the arena. We'll see. Maybe I'll get some supplies. Oh yeah, maybe I'll look for cats, because I wanted to look for cats. I didn't have any leads with me, so... See, I don't have, like, any fish. I don't know if cats only take raw fish. Or, like, raw cod. I don't know if they take salmon. We get some leads. And... don't need those. Go catch some more fish, though, just in case. Okay, got a boat. Got some leads. Okay. Yeah, let's go find some fish, or some some cats and some fish, because I would like to have some creeper protection at the arena, because the arena is very open. Like the entire like seating area is completely open. And I'll definitely have some lighting and stuff, but I'd like to get something to help with that problem, just in case, because out of all things, I really don't want a creeper blowing that area up. Let's see if there's any cats that spawned over here, because that happens sometimes. Maybe I'll just, like, hang out in this area, because cats will spawn often. Where's... I go... over here? Yeah, I'll go over this way. Yes, let's do fishing. It's funny, but last night when I was fishing, I never actually fished in this new version of Minecraft. Like, I barely ever fished before, because there's some fish there. I just kill these guys. Come on, see. There's some... They drop bone meal. Huh. Yeah, I'd never actually fished in Minecraft, like this version. Come on, there we go. And I mean, I never fished much in Minecraft before because a long time ago there was honestly no reason to fish. Let's see, come on. There we go. I think that's probably enough. There's one. But yeah, there was like no reason to fish in like old Minecraft. I mean, if you wanted like, oh, they're getting cooked because of my sword having flame on it. Do cats eat cooked fish too? I gotta look this up because I don't know anything about naming cats. Um, um, raw fish. Dang it. Yeah, I need raw fish. Okay, well I guess I'll fish. Kind of annoying. Oh, there's some fish heads I forgot to get. Is that it? Did I leave anything else? Oh. Okay. Well, yes, I guess I'll be actually fishing. But yeah, there really wasn't much reason to fish in the old game. Like really, really old. Like before enchantments and stuff. When they started doing enchantments, like sure, there was reason to fish. You could get some cool treasure or whatever. But before that, there really was no reason because there was like better ways to get food. And then eventually you could get treasures, which is cool, but honestly, like, again, there were still better ways to get treasure than going fishing. So, you know, just not much reason to fish, and there still really isn't much reason to fish. So, I just never do it. I definitely never did it, and because I never did it before, I just never did it again. Certainly does take a bit of time to get fish, so I'm probably not going to do this for much longer. I brought a second fishing rod just in case. Go out there and you don't find any cats that actually want to befriend us. So I got 5. That's good enough for me. I don't think any cats spawned over here. Doesn't look like it. So we gotta find a village. Let's go searching. There's definitely some out there, I just haven't been exploring much. I really do like these taigas, I just never build in them. Oh, someone went into that cave, I guess. Let's see. I know someone lives this way, I think, so I don't... There is a village there, I think it's one that's already been gone through, and not so sure if there will be any cats there. We may have to go a bit far. It's a big hole. Don't want to go too far, because obviously I need to get the cat back. Oh yeah, that's Dragon's place. I know that there's a village, though. I wonder if maybe there might be some cats left there. Looks like the village has mostly been taken over. So, probably not. Yeah. whatever village was there is mostly gone. Don't really want to go up on a giant mountain to find a village because I feel like it'll be a bit of a hassle getting the cat down. Whose place is that? Some people have been building a bit far away and I haven't actually seen their places. Don't know whose place this is, but it's looking cool. The color palette's making me think of... God, there's a ton of cows. I feel like I could know who this is, but not totally sure. I'm gonna have to do a, I'm gonna submit a form onto the Discord asking people where all their bases are. Normally I do that every 6 months, but we got a lot of new people, so I just want to figure out where everyone's been hanging out. Where's village? Guess I'm going out to sea to try and find some more villages. Which way am I going? Yeah, let's go this way. I know I've seen some near savannas, and this is a weird generation. This is like I don't know, is this like parts of a desert temple? Or this looks like stuff that should be underwater. But it's not. Yeah. Huh. You know what? I should actually take this because I could end up finding where is it going? Okay, I want to look for this because I could have an enchanted book that I actually want. Let's see. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Got some more fish. Yeah, some good stuff. Okay. That was very strange, though. Those things being, like, above the water. Let me check if there was another one. Another chest, I mean. Another buried treasure map. And... Curse of Vanishing. Okay. Let me get up on this tree and see where that other map goes. Oh, is it the same one? Looks like it is. Yes. Just dropped my stuff. Okay, cool. I got 2 Heart of the Seas now, which is nice. Because I kind of need that. Well, I guess let's keep flying. Looking for a village of some kind. This is some fun land generation for the jungles. I never really explore jungles. I never want to live in them. The bamboo ones too. I haven't really seen the bamboo jungles much myself because, again, I haven't haven't played much new Minecraft. Savannah over here. Any villages, perhaps? Nope. This, like, big beach and it interacting with the landscape is very nice. Come on, there's gotta be something out here. I know I've seen various villages when traveling, but, like, I don't know exactly where I saw them. So... Aw, man. Those are bugged. I gotta fix that. I thought they were working. I have the fresh animations and some other extras. Not that, Yeah, well, had some of the fresh animations extras, and they were working before, but looks like some of them might be a bit bugged. Yeah. I'll have to figure out why that is. Get rid of the quivers, I guess. Back to normal. Okay. Do villages spawn in birch forests at all, or do they just not? Because I would love to see a village in a birch forest. I think they're very nice. I know people, I don't know why people hate birch so much. I think it's a nice color. I used to love building with it before we had much else. This is fun. There's some really weird land generation out here. Man. So much jungle. We aren't gonna find any villages in here. There's, I know, gonna be impossible. Trying to fly a little slow because of this land generating still. Bit of a shattered savanna. That's nice. I love these. I love the savanna biome a lot, actually. Oh man, the spider legs are messed up too. Hold on. That looked terrible. Why are they messed up now? Jesus. That's terrifying, actually. That's more terrifying than the normal, that's more terrifying than the normal spiders. God. Okay, turning that off, I guess. Very strange. These were working just fine before. So, turn that off for now. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Anything up here? I do like the generation I've been seeing just randomly. I wish that I wanted to make a base out here. I am going much farther than I probably need to go, honestly. Let's go back this direction. We also get some more rockets ready, because put those away. Going the right way still? Yes. Or... yes, now I am. Gotta be a village somewhere. Somewhere out here. Not happy with the fact that I'm so many blocks out. Seeing all this cool land generation, then getting distracted. Oh, there's a village. Let's see, any... dang it, those are not working too. Okay, I'm just gonna take off all of these extras for the moment. It's the details ones that's also messed up. Creepers are fine. That's just a texture change. Okay. Did someone put this down? Someone here? Someone must have been here. Come on, cats. Cats? Cats? Any cats? Not seeing any cats. Nope. I don't know exactly how long it takes for a cat to spawn. Or the circumstances to make a cat spawn. Guess I will move on. The more wacky land generation. May not find a cat today. Let's start flying towards 0-0 just so we end up getting there at some point. Because I think I'll just fly back. Yeah, I've been going, yeah, about 2 hours, so I don't think I'll actually do too much now. It's 1 p.m. and I have not had any proper food, so gotta go do that. And I will have to find a cat another day, and I'll definitely be streaming again, so I can work on my arena, because I'd like to do that on stream. Having the schematic and everything makes that easy to do. Don't have to think about it. Not sure if I will plan more of my tower on stream. Yes, there's Eon's creeper farm. So we are almost home. But yeah, I don't know how much I'll do with that tower on stream, because I feel like I'm kind of close to getting it done, and I'll probably have some breakthroughs on my own if I start looking around for more references and inspiration. So yeah, we'll see how that goes, and I'll definitely be building it on stream whenever I have the entire thing done, or at least the entire shell of it done. Probably won't have the inside figured out yet. I'd like to do the inside, like, without any plans. Maybe, like, plan out exactly where the floors break and stuff. But I'd like to do that without planning, because planning the outside makes sense, mostly with how it's kind of new for me. But I don't really want to. I don't want to plan it. I want to get into the habit of like doing stuff by hand without planning, because I don't want all of my skill to just rely on having things pre-planned. I'm gonna go back. Actually, I'm gonna drop some of this nonsense off. Let's see. I put the crystals. Yeah, I did. Put the prismarine crystals. Wrong. Wait, did those drop? Oh, no, that's what I got from the treasure chest. So I was trying to remember where those came from. The other drops in here. I forgot how much iron it takes to make a beacon. I was able to get a second beacon recently, which is great, but kind of forgot how much it takes to make a beacon. So I pretty much used like almost all of the iron that I had sitting in my chest. Let's see. Oh, raw. And go in here. Fishing rods in there. Just gonna dump this. And TNT. Okay, I think that is everything. I have a lot of stuff underground that I gotta do at some point too, which is kind of stuff I'd like to prefer to do without any proper plans, like in creative. Have like this idea to just build a lot of deteriorated diorite buildings underground. Oddly enough, Eon is kind of planning on doing a similar thing, I think, with like an underground village, which is interesting, mostly because our places are connected. Oh, I should go to the end real fast. But yeah, so got a lot of things I want to work on. I keep getting ideas of stuff to work on, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta do this, and then I want to work on something completely new instead of working on stuff I gotta get done, which is always conflicting. But I'm trying to stay focused so I can get things done. Mostly the arena, because that's something I want everyone else to be able to participate in. So I'd like to get that done. I'm probably not going to get the second floor of it done right away because it's just so much to do. But we'll get it done eventually. Once we just have some of the materials to actually, or like the weapons and gear and stuff, kind of what matters most. Anything I have to repair? Sure. I have Unbreaking 3, Breaking 2. Oh, 2. 3. Kind of surprised these haven't lost more durability when I use them, considering they're only on Unbreaking 2, but I'm just gonna get a bit more here. I like how we just keep building up the Endermen. On our way we go. Yeah, the one thing too about the builds right now is like, some of the materials we'll have to get for this tower. If I actually end up wanting to use the prismarine, the dark prismarine, oh man, I don't even know how you get that. I literally don't know how you get that. I've never gotten prismarine before in my life for anything. And I know dark prismarine's hard to get. I hear that, and I don't doubt it because I don't know how to get it. So, I don't know. I don't know if we'll stick to that. We'll have to see. The color palette has been difficult to work with. Definitely like the black and the white, but I need to have something else to throw in there too, you know? Man, this music is reminding me I gotta play Tunic again. The soundtrack that has been playing during the stream has been the Tunic OST, the Fae OST. Fae as in F-E. I don't know how people pronounce that game. I keep saying Fae, but it's probably Fee. I don't know. The OST for that game, and then the OST for Eidolon, or Eidolon as it's supposed to be said, but I never say it properly. Yeah, so we've had some video game OSTs playing. These are pretty, like, small games, and, I mean, Tunic's not that small, but as far as I'm aware, none of these songs are gonna get copyright claimed. I had Shelter on here too, but for some reason Shelter has 2 songs that get copyright claimed, and I always forget. I decided to just take it off this time. But, yeah, so I don't think I'm gonna work on this right now, because it's been a little bit over 2 hours of playing. And, I wanna eat lunch. So yeah, next time I might work on this, you know, on my own time, but probably not going to have the roof done. If anything, we know I'm not going to have the very bottom basement done. So if there's anything I can work on, it's definitely going to be that on stream. But for now, that's all that we're doing. And I'm hoping to do more building streams like the one that I did just today, you know, muting myself, building, and then unmuting myself, because I do love talking about what I'm building. Why aren't you burning? Aren't you supposed to be burning? Yeah, I do like talking about my builds, and that's kind of one of the struggles, is like it was hard for me to remember like I was gonna mute myself before I started building, which is why I was kind of talking quite a bit before I actually got to building. So I gotta make sure I think about doing that again, because it did help me get stuff done. I got more done than I normally would. And I want to show people the process that I go through when it comes to building something new, because when I got the schematic here, I don't really have to explain much about my thoughts in the moment, which I think is not good, because I like saying what I think. So yeah, for anyone who's been watching and sticking around, thank you for being here, and hopefully you will see me streaming again sometime soon.